Hi everyone, thanks for coming to my channel, and if you've been here before, welcome back to my madness. I hope everyone is having a great day, and today we're going to play with some pastel makeup. I need a little bit of bright color in my life right now. I'm having a little bit of a down day. Of course, a lot of people are having a little bit of a down day right now, so I'm just going to do what I can to make myself smile and hopefully make you smile. You'll notice that the background is very different. I decided to try a red fabric drape type thing, and I'm kind of liking it. I don't know if it's gonna stay, if it's gonna go, so we're trying it, and if it's good, I'll keep it. If not, I'll go to white or back to a different color. Who knows? So today I'm going to be using the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. This is the palette that has ruined me for most every other colorful palette out there. Look at just all those beautiful colors that it has. It's just, let me get that to focus. Look at that. And there's a few questionable names here. So we have, let's just go. We have Virgin, Good Morning, Bubblegum, Wow, Suck, Licorice, Cute, F, Gumdrop, Snack, Brain Freeze, Jawbreaker, And What, Orange Juice, Sour, Soaked, Raspberry, Cotton Candy, Lemon Drop, Bite Me, Cherry Wet, Tasty, Cone, and Delicious. So I'm going to play more with the pastels than most anything else because I just need bright right now. I need bright and happy, bright and happy. I've already moisturized my face, primed my lids, and I'm going to play with the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk again. I made a video yesterday with the green makeup that I wore in my Instagram photo that I made. I tried to edit it down, and apparently I'm very good at gabbing, and I'm going to try to cut that down, but it's a 70-minute long video, so that's why it's not posted. Yeah, I'm going to try to cut it down. So we're going to mess with this today, and I had a thought. Let me see if I can find it. I had a thought earlier that maybe it's not so much the foundation for me. I mean, I think it's just not for my older skin. I'm 34. I'm not old, but it's just I do have wrinkles up here and bigger pores right around here. So it does gather in that. But I'm wondering if I have this sample of the Milk Hydro Primer. And I wonder if this will help everything stick in place a lot better and not crease. So we're going to try that today. I have a brush I'm going to be trying out. It is from Eyeshadow, E-I-G-S-H-O. It is a foundation brush. So on Instagram one day, they said, looking for influencers or anything like that. I'm just like, ooh, here's a chance. I can get something. So they sent me a link. I had to go online. I had to pay for it. So they're supposed to send me a gift card to reimburse me for it. It's $10 for this brush. And it's a foundation brush, which is a reason I'm messing with foundation today. So that's the story behind the brush. It's not so much a sponsored or PR or anything like that. It's more they're trying to get more people to use their stuff on Instagram. So I'm going to give it a shot because if anything, it's a brush and I like brushes. So let's get started. I got my arsenal of my favorite eye brushes here. And so we're going to go in with the cone right down here and just put that in the crease real quick. So I did make the dough for the pastry dough last night. I was looking at the recipe and I forgot that it takes a good long time to make puff pastry. So I will be posting that video after this. I made a starter dough last night for it because it's supposed to sit in the fridge for 7 hours. So I'm going to try to do some movie magic. Anyway, let's get this set on here. I really like the Jeffree Star, the actual Jeffree Star formula for the mattes. I did prime my lids with the Urban Decay primer potion, as well as put this stuff, the Too Faced Banana setting powder over it, because I think that just seals the primer down very well, so that I don't have to worry about it going anywhere, and the shadow blends really nice on top of it. Some shadows I don't do that, as I've said before, others I do. This in particular with pastels, I do set the primer because I just think that it goes on smoother. So I got that base down. I'm going to bring it a little bit under the eye. I'm not going to go too much because I do want to put a concealer down. Today I'm going to get all spruced up for baking again. Yay! Quarantine. Anyway, so my earrings are gorgeous. Have you seen them? My sister Jennifer made them, and I'll post a link to her Etsy shop down below and her Facebook page because she makes beautiful jewelry. I mean, I'm in a very leafy phase right now, so I got this beautiful bracelet from her as well. And so, yeah, get sparkly. What else is going on? So quarantine, we're not in a quarantine per se in Wisconsin. We have a stay-at-home order, but my business is a essential business, so I get to go to work still. Yay! Okay, so I am going to play with the purple and the teal color. So I'm going to go in. Let's do a halo with it, actually, with the purple and probably snack. So I'm going to actually use this gumdrop lavender right here, and then in the center I'm going to either go with this snack or maybe the Jawbreaker color. So I need a bright color. This is my double-sided Luxie 249 brush. I got it in a BoxyCharm a long time ago, and I love it. So back to makeup. My mirror is so dirty. I really need to clean it. So we are an essential business, and that means that I still get to go to work and try to sell cars and fix cars whenever possible. My husband is at work working on cars. I love this purple. I want a single giant pan of this purple because it's just so pretty. And he is working his butt off trying to get some things fixed and moving, and he's my hero so that I can stay at home with the kids and do the school and everything. So, other eye. How's everybody else doing with their stay-at-home orders, their quarantines, whatever's going on in your particular neck of the woods? All restaurants are closed down except for pickup. You can't go out to eat anymore. And it's kind of dreary out in the real world right now. I know I, for one, like I mentioned in my video I made last night, and binge watched, I finished the first season last night, the Fruits Basket remake. It is a Japanese anime. And I love the manga, I love the first anime, I love the second anime, especially since they're sticking closer to the original story. So since I do have that first inside purple, I'm going to go against my usual and put that halo. I think I'm going to go pink with the snack color. So put that right in the center before I add the other purple. To get this to sit down, because it is a very beautiful color, to get it set down easy, I'm going to do a spray of it. Setting powder, water, whatever you want, it works. So I was binge watching Fruits Basket, and now that's done, I'm going to start. They had a 30-day free trial of the Sundance channel, so I'm going to start The Discovery of Witches. Oh, look at that. So pretty. I'm going to start that probably later today while I'm busting out dough, because with the pastry recipe I'm using, it's not a rough puff, it's not a quick puff, it is a full puff pastry. So that means that I have to make the dough, which is just a mixture of bread and water and salt. And then I have to knead it, roll it out, and let it sit for 7 hours. That's what I did last night, is I made the first dough. I'm going to make a second dough so you guys can actually see what the actual process is. And then you have to roll out a certain amount of butter into a rectangle and chill that as well. Everything needs to be chilled with puff pastry. So if you've ever, you know, watched Great British Bake Off, then you know puff pastry issues. So it takes quite a while for it to finally get to a way you can use it to make danishes, croissants, croissants au chocolat. It's basically a croissant with a piece of chocolate in it, wrapped around it, or wrapped in it. And then it gets all nice and gooey and chocolatey. I'm going to try a few things with it. So we're going to get that done today. Hopefully, what else is going to happen today? The kids are, of course, still home, so you'll be able to hear them running back and forth. Just look at that pink. It's just so pretty. Got lost in the prettiness of the pink. Sorry. So the kids are home. Of course, everybody's kids are home. Everybody's kids are driving them insane. I'm lucky enough that I have enough land that I can just say go out and get. I have said, go outside, don't come back in until you're muddy, because I'm strange like that. So I'm going to go back in with my same double-sided brush and get back to that purple, that gumdrop, and I'm going to put it on the outside now. So I tell the kids to just go out. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to see you. I don't want you to come back in until you're covered in mud. And yesterday I went for a walk, and they actually came with me. We turned it into the hike through our state woods that we live right next to. Which, funny enough, Governor Evers has closed a bunch of the state parks in other places of the state. So, stop dropping all your trash everywhere, people. Not that you do it, because if you actually look at my videos, that means you're freaking awesome and you don't do that. So, that purple is just, oh, beautiful. Look at that. Some people bring it over, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go back in with that cone color to kind of smooth that top part out. But I really like how that came out. Anyway, so we went for a hike, and our land kind of meets up with the state land. So I went through the state woods and then ended up in our woods, and got a little turnaround and came out a different place than I actually wanted to. Because I have no sense of direction. None. I'm from New Mexico. I have no sense of direction. Not saying that everybody from New Mexico has no sense of direction. It's just I don't, because I always relied on mountains that were on the east to tell which way I was going. My husband makes fun of me about that all the time. So, I just love this purple. It's just so pretty. I'm going to go back in with the pink and kind of blend into that side real quick. After I itch my nose. Hold on one second. I just love whenever your body decides that it's going to be itchy and sneezy whenever you're trying to do something. Especially with all the germ stuff going around. Awesome. So I'm just taking a little bit more of that pink and just kind of blending it into that purple to make just a nice transition. And I just love that pink. That pink is awesome. That purple is, I love this palette. It's one of my favorite palettes, quite honestly. And I will be very sad if I ever hit pan on any of these colors, because I just don't want to. So I'm going to grab my cone color. I had it on my Sugar Rush Tarte blending brush. So just going to take a little bit of that cone and just smooth out right on the crease. And kind of blend that out a little bit more. Just so that I don't have any harsh lines. Because sometimes you want harsh lines, especially if you're doing more of a dramatic, what's that I forget what that actual term is called, dramatic liner or look like that. But I'm going for something a little bit more soft today. I don't want to wear too much. I don't want this to be too long. So that's done. It doesn't look too bad. Looks nice. I'll finish putting it under the eye here in a second. I'm going to go in with a concealer before I do a liner and lashes and all that. I'm going to play with lashes again today. I really liked how I looked with the big bold lashes, and we're going to do that today. So fun. Where's my brain? My brain is, I already did my eyebrows, so I don't have to worry about that. I just put some brunette. Where's my brain? I don't have a brain anymore. There it is. I used the NYX brown mascara in, what is it? Chocolate. So it's just a little bit darker. It's not black. So yeah. Let's move on. I'm going to use concealer. I'm going to use what's left of my Tarte Shape Tape, this little sample I have. And I actually ran out enough to where I took out the stopper and am actually using what's all in it, because for a while I could not get what was actually in it. So, and I just realized that I did not make a sponge. So hold please while I go get a sponge wet and take care of this. Okay, I'm back. I did get a sponge wet, but as you can see, I am fanning myself, and I removed the concealer from under my eye because I realized something as I was blending out. I didn't put any foundation primer on. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it the right way. We're going to put the primer on that I wanted to try, and then we'll put the foundation on, and then we'll put the concealer on, because my brain is gone, and I just want something to work right. So I got 2 pumps of the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and this is supposed to be really sticky stuff, like, look at that. It's supposed to help stick everything to your face so it doesn't move. So it's kind of like a very tacky glue, and you can hear my daughter having a fit because she's not winning at a video game, because that's what my daughter does. My daughter is, I guess, before they got rid of the term, considered to have Asperger's. She's basically mildly autistic. I'm going to get a little more. She's mildly autistic. She has issues mostly with sensory and gauging her emotions. That's kind of where she has her disability. And she's an awesome little demon child. And I say demon child with the most love I can muster. I love my daughter. And I have fought for her to be able to be given the best chances. So while I'm putting the foundation on, I will explain what I mean. So my daughter is currently 7. She's almost 8. Oh my gosh. 8 years. She's my baby. My youngest. I only have 2, thank God. So I got foundation right there. A little more. And we used to think whenever she was more 3, 4, so I'm going to grab that foundation brush. It has a really nice triangle head to really get in here. So let's do it. So when she was 3 or 4, we thought that she was mostly just speech delayed, because Griffin was also speech delayed. That seems to be spreading it out pretty nicely. So we thought she was just speech delayed. We had her in speech therapy. We had her in pre-K. She was in the Birth to 3 program. Oh, that's spreading out really nice. And she was getting therapy like quite a few times a week. Well, the school, my school district that we live in, thought that an hour a week of therapy, not even, a half hour a week of group speech therapy, not even individual, but group with a bunch of other children, which I'm not against that being a thing every once in a while, wasn't against. And they thought that was enough. They thought that was enough. And because of where we were at the time, we were on Medicaid. And it's the school policy to bill Medicaid for any services, which I get. They need to get paid for it. They deserve to get paid for the work they do. That's not the issue. That's actually looking really funny on camera. Hold, please. It's bunching up really bad right there. And right in here. Maybe I just don't have enough. Add more. Anyway, so she had an IEP, independent education plan, whatever you want to call it. And in our district, the IEP stays on their record until the year after they graduate high school. And at the time, we thought she was just speech delayed. So she would have had special ed on her. Now this is not going, no. Okay, no, I'm not continuing with this. I'm gonna wipe this off. So here I am fanning myself again because I just couldn't stand on how bad that foundation looked on me. I don't think it was the brush per se. I think it was the mix of the hydro primer and the foundation just sucking. So I wiped it off with a makeup wipe. You know what? We're going to give the hydro primer another chance. You know what? Screw it. Screw a foundation. This is the third time I've tried it. And third time's a charm. I don't like it. Maybe one of my other friends who have a similar skin tone to me will like it, but I'm tired of trying. I'm tired of messing with it. I'm going to put some concealer on to get rid of my dark circles. It's going to blend in, and we're going to go from there. Because I said so. So, with Addison, a half hour a week, they were still billing, and then they were going to continue to use her delay to basically get money year after year. Whether she was getting services or not, she would still be having an IEP on her record, on her file. So that bothered me, but that's not the straw that broke the camel's back with that. What broke the camel's back was that they thought a half hour a week was enough. We were also going to a place called the Spots House, and they basically did speech therapy, occupational therapy, most anything a kid would need if they were delayed. So we were going there as well for an hour a week, twice a week. So 2 hours a week through them alone. And they were doing great with her. We decided to get her actually diagnosed. And that was hard to do. That was really hard to do, to actually admit that something might be more wrong with your child. So we go to our doctor, we go to a specialist, and we get her actually diagnosed. And we go to WEAP, which is Wisconsin Early Autism Project. And she is recommended, what they do is they do basically a very intense therapy. So she would be getting therapy at home for 40 hours a week. And that was what she needed, honestly. The school fought me on it. And we took her out of school. We did what we needed to get her the help that she needed. I'm going to go in with a smaller brush real quick and dust the banana setting powder under my eyes. So we did what we needed to get her what she needed to do well. That looks really good. And the school fought me on it. They did not want her to stop going to speech therapy at school. They did not want her to stop going to school because she was basically getting homeschooled. And they did not want us to stop having her get services there. Come to find out, after we took her out in March, our schools go till beginning of June. They were still billing our insurance for services to the beginning of June, to the end of the school year for her. So they basically used my daughter as a paycheck. That pisses me off. If you've ever talked to me in person, you know that pisses me off so intensely. I'm going to use the purple that's left on the brush and go underneath the eye. Just straight across. I'm not going to bring the pink down. I'll do that in a mascara. So, anyway, they used her as a paycheck. That, I raised hell when I found out. And the gentleman who was in charge of that particular part of the school no longer works there. Thank God. So, my daughter, I will fight for whatever I can to get her the best care that I can. She goes to a different school district now. We homeschooled for a year with the WEEP program, and she did great in that. She did so great in that. I'm going to use my Better Than Sex eyeliner, my tried and true love. And she did a year of that until it was just too much for our family to handle, having someone at the house for 40 hours a week. 4 people. They had a technician in the morning for 4 hours, technician in the afternoon for 4 hours. Then they had an actual speech therapist come about once a week, I think if it was. It was 2 years ago. I can't remember exactly. And then they had the director of her case come like once a month. So it was a lot of people in our house at a long time. We were just starting our business and a whole bunch of tomfoolery. Anyway, so we did that for a year, and that was awesome. That was just what she needed. I'm going to stop talking for a second because when I talk into eyeliner, it gets a lot thicker than I want. I'm making it a little thicker so I can wear lashes today and hide whatever band I may have on there. The kids are playing a racing game. Okay, eyeliner on. So we did that for a year, homeschooled them. We put them in a new school district because that's what we needed to do what was best for her. And we kept her behind a year. She's supposed to be in 2nd grade this year, but we kept her behind a year and she's in 1st grade because she's a July baby. So she was right on the cusp, and it's been so great for her. So great for her. I can't say how great it's been for her to have that option for her. I'm going to go in with the Woodstock Urban Decay Glide On 24/7 eye pencil. So it's just a very nice pink. I'm going to do that on the waterline so I can bring that pink that I had down, and it'll match the purple really nice, I think. So, phone. So she's behind a year in school, which is not a bad thing for her. She's doing great. She's reading. She's reading, which is something I never knew if she'd be able to do or not. And the kids are happy. And as far as I'm concerned, the current school district that I'm in, because we open enrolled the kids, the current school district my town is in, and they know this, they can go to hell. There's no love lost between me and the school district here. We've had many fights. Anyway, my daughter is awesome, and she surprises me every day with what she's able to do. And so the pink is on, and I think that looks really good with the purple. So I'm going to use, you know what, let's use the Big Ego today for mascara, and then I'll use this to blend into the lashes. I'm going to use the Kiss lashes I wore in my picture yesterday, the Mystery 100% human hair. I don't know if they claim to be cruelty-free or not. That's just what I could get my hands on. So I will be back whenever the lashes are done. So wish me luck. So I got the lashes on. I got my mascara on. So they're done without me looking too much the fool. I realized while I was putting the lashes on that I had not done any underbrow highlight. I'm good. So we're going to grab a Jeffree Star brush, paddle brush, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to go into my cheek leaders from Benefit. It smells so good. I smell makeup. I'm so strange. So this is what the inside looks like. You have 2 bronzers, 2 blushes, and a highlighter. I'm going to use the highlighter Tickle, and I'm going to go under the brow bone, and I'll use the same highlight for inner corner and for my cheeks. So just a little bit of brightness right there, which I really like. Benefit makes really good highlighters as well, especially this one. So I think it just opens up the whole look very well. So I'm strange, and we all know this. There we go. Now for the inner. There we go. I knew I was missing something. Why didn't you tell me? While I have the brush here, I'm going to go use it to go over my Cupid's bow. I usually just use my finger, but since I have the brush here anyway. That looks really nice. I'm really liking how the simpler looks coming together. I don't even know why I even bother with foundation half the time. It just doesn't seem to work out. So for the blush, why did I put it away? I'm going to still use the same palette. I'm going to go in with, you see, this one's called Dandelion, and I really like it, but I don't seem to love up on the California one, but I think the Dandelion's the better choice for that today. So I'm going to grab this old crown brush, it's probably 2 years old, and it's just a good blush brush. So this one is a very subtle pink, as you can tell. It's not going to do too much, and it'll help even out from where I put the concealer to where I have nothing, so that will work well. I don't know why I bother with foundation. Those problem areas where it sunk into the pores, where it was just dragging, that I don't know if maybe it was just the mixture of the face stuff that I use. I have been wearing more sunscreen, so maybe that's why. The sunscreen I've been using, moisturizer I've been using, is the Coola SPF 50, because I am using an ABA to exfoliate, so alpha hydroxy acid serum by Forthright, and this is supposed to help clarify, shrink pores and all that. So I've been using that lately, and I like how that has been working because my pores are seemingly smaller, and this does come off a little greasy, but I need to wear sunblock if I've been using the AHA. You need to wear sunblock every day, but especially if you're using any retinol or AHAs, BHAs. So yeah, a little bit of science is fun. So let me grab a highlight brush. This is just a Moda highlight brush. And we're going to go in with Tickle, 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 and just highlight. It's not as striking as the Jeffree Star highlights, which is just fine. I don't always need to be blinding, but I do like to have that distinction right there. Don't always need to be blinding. And of course, whatever's left on the nose, nose. And there you have it. I need to put a little bit of bronzer on today. Not much, because I'm not planning on going much anywhere. So I'm going to use the Hoola bronzer right there. That one right there, because I don't have a thumb to point it out, because I was holding that little brush in. And just, like I do every time, I dab it right below the cheekbone, where I have that little bit of a dip. And then I dab it up here, and then I will blend it in once I get most of it off the brush. Because if I just go in with a fresh dip and put it on my forehead, it's going to look like I smeared other things on my forehead. So this helps it look a little bit more natural and not so much painted on. So at least that's how I do it. That's what works for me. Everybody has different things that work for them. And then whatever's left, I'm just going to dab everywhere, but not too much. So it just adds a little bit more warmth to my face. And now that can get put away, and I'm going to use, if I can find it, where'd you go? I miss you so. There you are. I'm going to use the Too Faced Banana Powder again, because I'm starting to hit pan on it. It's starting to break a little bit. I want to get this used up. So I put the powder on last because I think it just blends everything together. That's my preference. That's the great thing about makeup is everybody has a preference. Everybody can do what they don't like. No worries about it, right? So what color lipstick should I did the Venus Flytrap green yesterday in that picture. And my husband came in after I had filmed everything, and he came home and he looked at me. He's just like, wash it off. You don't look like yourself. Wash it off. So I'm just like, oh, fine. So today we're going to use, colors upon colors upon colors. Yes, I have a lot of lipsticks. Today, we're going to use his Summer Mystery color. It's quite literally just a question mark on there, but it's a very nice muted pink, and I like the Jeffree Star formula, so it's my show. That's going to look really nice, I think. So what do you think? I think it looks good. It's not so glam that I should be going someplace, but I'm not. So that is the look for today. I'm going to go beat up some dough, more like roll out the dough, because it's supposed to be refrigerated. It is supposed to be refrigerated 4 hours between every turning. So I hopefully will get that video made today, and it'll come up after this video because I'm not going to post my hour-long video. I can't do that to you guys. So if you guys like the red background, go ahead and leave a comment below, or if you think that I should have a different color background, go ahead and leave that comment. And I really appreciate you guys watching the video. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Share it so that I can grow my channel with you. And you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.